This is a winter weather alert. You are watching 13 on your side.
Hey there, West Michigan. Meteorologist Michael Behrens here with you. Let me go ahead and make sure we're getting the audio in for our live stream, but we are tracking the latest on a winter storm moving into West Michigan at this hour. Sounds like our audio is coming through. And what we're doing here this evening, of course, is getting you ready for the next round of winter weather that is moving into West Michigan as we speak. This one going to be most impactful in those southern counties, but thankfully this time not going to be an ice storm here in West Michigan, but it could still bring travel to a halt as we head through this evening, especially along the I-94 corridor. That's where we're expecting the heaviest impacts to be. Here's a look at the alerts across West Michigan. Winter weather advisories in place till 4 a.m. on Saturday morning for Ottawa, Kent, Montcalm, and Mecosta counties. Winter storm warnings in place for the counties in pink: Ionia, Allegan, Barry, Van Buren, Kalamazoo, and Calhoun, also till 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. When it comes to where the snowfall's at right now, if you are here in Grand Rapids, you're likely asking what snow, because it is still quiet here across the city. Temperature hanging around 33 degrees as of 4:18, but you go down toward Kalamazoo and Battle Creek and that snow picks up in a hurry. Here's the view in Kalamazoo at WMU. The road's not looking terrible at the moment, but you can see the parking lots and those side roads getting covered, and the grass certainly picking up in coverage as well. Visibility down to a quarter mile, just to tell you how intense some of that snowfall is. Pretty similar picture in Battle Creek, where the roads there looking a little worse at Kellogg Community College. Picture here showing visibility down to a quarter mile and winds gusting up to 24 miles per hour. Temperature there hanging around 33 degrees. I want to go ahead and show you the latest radar here in West Michigan to show you where that snow is coming down. You can see it on the radar in Muskegon, Holland, portions of Kent County, Ionia County, and down to Allegan, but most of this not reaching the ground. Really, you have to get into this dark blue area before you start to get the snowfall hitting ground level. So areas to the north of this line, most of this not reaching the ground. Anything that is pretty light. Once you get into this region, this is where snowfall rates become very heavy very quickly across the region, and we're seeing that heavy snowfall fall in portions of Barry County, Van Buren, Kalamazoo, Calhoun County. If you're traveling along 94 at this hour, lots of tricky travel in those southern counties and slow going already as snowfall rates have picked up and visibilities have fallen. We're going to see this continue through the evening commute tonight, with snowfall pushing in from the south and continuing to be quite heavy. It's all part of a pretty good low pressure system pushing its way through Illinois and into Indiana. Severe weather down toward Kentucky and Ohio. Could see some of that in Indiana here as well. Some thunder snow even in Illinois. Couldn't rule that out here either. Wouldn't be surprised if a few rumbles of thunder come into the southern portion of the 13 on your side viewing area with some of those heavier snow showers as we head through this evening. So the question is, how much snow is going to fall, when is it going to fall, and when is it going to end? So let's go ahead and break that down for you here. You can see there may be a little bit of light mix out there, especially in the next hour as temperatures start to fall. This is not going to be impactful though, not ice storm type stuff, but maybe a small glaze that could be slippery out there in the next hour or two. As we work our way through this evening, snowfall pushes in from the south to the north, with snowfall rates remaining heaviest in our southern counties, while snow will reach its way into Muskegon, Newaygo, and Mecosta County. This is going to be really light stuff. It's going to ramp up as you head down toward Montcalm, Ionia, and through Kent County, with the heaviest snow again being south of Kent County. This snow continues into the early AM hours of Saturday, but as we approach 2-3 o'clock, we are really starting to wrap up the snowfall. It's pushing off more toward the eastern side of the state, and then as we head deeper into the weekend, our snow chances here are pretty much done for the rest of the weekend. Saturday looks quiet, Sunday looks quiet, but Sunday night could bring another round of wintry mix as we head into the start of next week. So that's what we're looking forward to after this particular system. In terms of snowfall totals, this is going to be a sharp drop-off as you travel to the north and west through the region. Look at Kent County here, up toward Casnovia, maybe only around an inch at the most, possibly even less than that. Certainly portions of Newaygo County, Muskegon County, Mecosta County may end up with no snow at all, or very little snow, maybe just a trace. But watch what happens as you travel down toward the south southeastern side of Kent County, down toward the Bone area, over toward the Middleville area. Snowfall picks up to as high as 3-4 inches, and then by Hastings, that snowfall is up over 6 inches, and then possibly even portions of Kalamazoo, Calhoun County that could see snowfall totals in excess of 6, 7, maybe even 9 inches of snow. Those southern counties are really going to get hit the hardest. Of course, the models are only one thing to look at. When we put all the information together, here's what we're thinking at 13 on your side for snow totals. Muskegon, Fremont, Big Rapids, northern Kent County, most of Ottawa County, northwestern Montcalm County. This is not going to be a terribly difficult snowfall. We are only under the winter weather advisories, and we're looking at snowfall maybe about 1 inch to 3 inches in some of those hardest hit areas. Once you get north of that, snowfall totals in Ludington, Reed City, Big Rapids, Fremont, again, going to quickly drop to near zero, if any, when it comes to this system. You get into the southeastern portions of Kent County, southeastern Montcalm, northwestern Ionia, and into Allegan County. That's where the 3+ snowfall is likely to fall, and it only ramps up from there as you travel south into southeastern Allegan County, Berry County, Kalamazoo, Van Buren, where 6+ inch snowfalls become more likely. And then once you get into the extreme southern reaches of our viewing area, Kalamazoo, Calhoun counties, that's where potentially more than 9 inches of snowfall could fall in some of those hardest hit areas down to the south. And that's where we're again expecting to see the heaviest snowfall as we travel through the rest of this evening and into tonight, and where we're going to see those heaviest impacts as well. Now, speaking of those impacts, ice buildup and power outages. Good news here, especially considering the conditions we've had the last several storms. Ice buildup and power outages are expected to be on the low side. So the impacts from that not expected to be very high, if any. The low visibility and travel impacts will be in the very high category, though. We've already seen that in terms of visibility. We showed you both Kalamazoo and Battle Creek reporting visibilities around a quarter mile, so that is very low visibility, and travel impacts are going to be starting to pick up as well here in the next couple hours. Right now, MDOT showing yellow and orange conditions along 94 out of Van Buren County all the way through Calhoun County, Battle Creek. 69 moving slow as well through Calhoun County, and 131 from just about north of Kalamazoo all the way south down to the Indiana border is very slow. Even some reds down there as you get further toward Indiana. So this is going to be the higher impact region when it comes to slowdowns this evening. Definitely 94, 69, 131, all going to be slow going. I wouldn't be surprised to see 196 start to slow down here, especially once you get south of Holland as snowfall starts to push its way further to the north. Now, good news again, like we said, for the rest of the weekend, things are getting better. In fact, snow comes to an end tonight, and then Saturday is going to be a lot of sunshine around. Some clouds build back in, though. Temperatures going to facilitate melting, though, will be up into the low 40s as we head through Saturday afternoon. Sunday, mostly sunny and cool. Those temperatures will be around 45, but then overnight, again, brings a rain-snow mix back to West Michigan. Now, I want to go ahead and go back to our radar screen here just so you guys can see the latest on where the heavy snow is falling. Again, remember that dark blue area is the heaviest snowfall at the moment, and I'm going to go take this time to go through some of the Facebook comments here and just see what you guys are saying about this latest round of winter weather here in West Michigan. So Mustia, sorry if I mispronounced that, says nothing indoor, just winds so far. Deborah reporting the snowfalls there yet. Tammy saying nothing yet in Walker. Yep, we're still quiet here up in most of Kent County. We're seeing Naomi just checking in, doing good. How are you doing? Gina saying nothing in Muskegon. Yep, that snowfall that you're seeing on the radar reaching Muskegon, not reaching ground level as of now. Again, really you got to get into that dark blue area for the snow to actually be hitting ground level. So I'll put that line back here on the map. Area south of here is where most of the snow is going to be coming down as of right now. Jan saying they live near Jackson, and it's heavy snow, at least 1 inch so far. Yeah, Jackson, you guys are going to get hit pretty good with the system. You guys are in that 9+ inch potential region. So this is only the start for you guys. You got a lot of snow on the way. Jim, nothing in Caledonia yet. Same from Dwayne in North Muskegon. Ed saying all quiet in Grand Rapids and Zeeland from Donata as well, saying the same thing. And Elsie in Holland, yep, or Elise in Holland, I'm sorry. So yeah, again, got to get south of that line for the snow to be coming down right now, but it'll be heading our way. And again, though, this is going to be a tight gradient on the north side. Snowfall totals will go from 0 to an inch in northwestern Kent County, southern Newaygo, to as high as 4+ in the southern portions of Kent County. Really, almost every 10 miles or so, you're going to be adding an inch of snow in some spots. So it's going to be quite a transition line. Let's see here. A lot more people checking in with nothing on the ground just yet. Sherry Lakeview, just windy. Bernie and Charlotte saying it's snowing very hard there right now. Let's see, what else here? Heidi saying the wind is picking up in Rockford. Winds will be a contributing factor to low visibility this evening. We're expecting wind speeds 20 to 30 miles per hour, some of those gusts over 30. So we may briefly see some blizzard conditions in the hardest hit areas of this region. Let me show you something that we put together here at 13 on your side to give you kind of an idea of where the near blizzard conditions could develop. What you're going to see here on this map are two different colors, well, three different colors. The red is where winds would be potentially gusting over 35. The yellow is where visibility will be at a quarter mile or less. And the orange is where those near blizzard conditions may develop. Most of that is going to be in that southern region of the system. You got some small potential down Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Three Rivers, but Hillsdale, Jackson, Ann Arbor, over toward eastern Michigan is where most of those potentials will exist. The names of the cities will highlight in pink when they have the highest blizzard potential. And again, we're not expecting a blizzard here in West Michigan, but near blizzard conditions is what we're going to see in some of those southern and eastern parts of Michigan. Nothing that's going to make its way into us here in Grand Rapids. But again, the winds and the visibility will be quite low. The winds will be high, the visibility will be low down in Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. So if anyone's going to see the hardest travel conditions, it's going to be you guys again down to the south. Speaking of which, Dana says snow is definitely coming down in Battle Creek. Yep, that snow is falling at a pretty good clip down there for you guys. The road's turning white quite quickly. Allie talking about what it's showing in Kentwood versus what's falling. Yeah, again, it's, you got to get to that, basically what's happening here. Let me switch screens here real quick. Basically what's happening is we have a lot of dry air above ground level. So the radar is scanning really high into the sky. It's seeing what's falling up there and what could make it to ground level. What happens is we have snow, rain, whatever up in the air. It falls, it hits this dry air above the ground, and it actually evaporates into this air. So it doesn't make it to us down here at the surface. So you're going to see it on radar because the radar is hitting it, but then it evaporates here and it doesn't make it to us down here. So what has to happen first is you need enough of the moisture to fall into this dry air. So this is no longer dry. And once that happens, we get that back down here to ground level. So that's again where we see that transition between what you see on radar and what you see at ground level. And we got to get into the much heavier conditions, again, mostly south of this line, before we actually start seeing things make it to ground level. Let's see here. Linda saying coming down pretty steadily in Saline. Ground is completely covered. Ludington, don't hold your breath in Ludington, Emily. You may see almost nothing from this system. You guys are not under an alert up in Ludington, so this one you guys don't have to worry about. Gregory asking which model is the closest to what's happening. I would say the Triple R is what we've been going with here recently. Really all of the models have gone into good agreement in the last 24 hours. 24 hours ago, there was still a lot of variability, but this afternoon, everyone's pretty much in good agreement as to where the snow is going to come and where that cutoff's going to be. And it's really going to be a transition that comes through Kent County, again, where we've been talking about a hard transition between very little snow to quite a bit of snow. Speaking of where that moisture is starting to push, Deb says it's starting to snow lightly in Ionia. So again, it is making its way further to the north. All right, so kind of hit the end of the Facebook comments here. Our current time is 4:32. We do have a newscast coming up here at 5 o'clock. We'll be on the air 5:30, and 6. That'll be on 13 on Your Side, of course, streaming 13onyourside.com. And with the 13 Plus app, if you have a Fire TV or a Roku, you may be watching us here right now, actually, on those apps, streaming as well as Facebook or YouTube. We will be streaming on those apps throughout the night as well, and our live newscast will be on 13 Plus. So I'm going to recap everything from the start here and work our way back through, get anyone that's just joining the stream up to date on the same thing that everyone else is, and then we'll wrap the stream up and we will get ready for our newscast starting in a little bit less than a half hour. We have full team coverage across West Michigan on the latest with potential for power concerns with consumers. Of course, the latest news of the day and getting you up to date here with the latest on 13 on Your Side's forecast as well. So here's the alerts again. Winter weather advisories until 4 a.m. for Kent, Ottawa, Montcalm, and Mecosta, Ionia, Allegan, Barrie, Van Buren, Kalamazoo, Calhoun, winter storm warnings. The snow not quite here in West Michigan yet. Walker is still quiet, but as some of our viewers have said in the chat, we are seeing the snow make its way into Ionia County. We go to Kalamazoo, and it is a very different case. Even we started the stream, 18 minutes ago? That view was not as bad 18 minutes ago. Now near whiteout conditions at WMU in Kalamazoo. Visibility being reported at least a quarter mile. I wouldn't be surprised if it's less. Battle Creek still looking just as heavy with visibility down to a quarter mile for you guys. We've been showing you the radar. Again, that dark blue area is where you need to get into for the snow to be coming down at a good clip. That's starting to make its way into Ionia County, not really yet here in Kent. South of that line is where most of the snow is actually reaching ground level. And again, there's plenty of moisture still to come as this low pressure pushes its way into West Michigan here this afternoon. Let's take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. Small mix chance here in the next hour or so, but it's not going to be impactful. It all turns to snow very quickly and continues through this evening. Heaviest impacts remain on the I-94 corridor. That is where we're expecting things to be quite messy at times, especially as we work our way through this evening commute today. The travel down there could be quite slow at times. I-94, I-69, 131, Allegan down to the Indiana border, and likely 196 south of Holland at some point here this evening. Snow starts to wrap up as we head past midnight and is gone by sunrise on Saturday morning. Weekend after that looking pretty quiet. Snowfall totals again, sharp gradient here. We go from 0 to an inch up toward Casnovia to 3+ by the Bone area, and then possibly 6+ and even 9+ as we work our way further to the south. The forecast here from 13 on Your Side showing again potential snowfalls really dropping to very low amounts once you get north of Fremont. Anywhere from Fremont, Muskegon, Holland to Grand Rapids, 1 to 3 inch kind of range, 3+ once you start getting further south of there, and then really high totals down in portions of Kalamazoo and Calhoun counties from this system that will lead to low visibility and travel impacts, especially the 94 corridor as we head through Friday evening. Just the good news here, power outages and ice buildup not expected from this particular system. Good news too, melting will occur as we head toward tomorrow, so that'll help travel already this evening, turning more toward the yellow and orange side along 94, 69, and 131. Starting to see a couple accidents, looks like over near the South Haven area, and some near Jackson as well. Again, where we had viewer reports of those really heavy snowfall rates, some of the reds popping up on the MDOT map as well. Speaking of that melting, what you have looked forward to for the rest of the weekend, temperatures 41 on Saturday, 45 as we head into Sunday. Of course, we'll have the full 10-day forecast coming up here starting at 5 o'clock on 13 on Your Side, streaming at 13onyourside.com and on the 13 Plus app for Fire TV and Roku. We will see you guys then, and of course, we will keep you up to date here throughout the rest of the evening.
This was a winter weather alert from 13 on Your Side.